right, a big blow to President Obama. Both the House and the Senate voting to overturn the president's veto of the 9/11 lawsuit bill, allowing families of the September 11th victims to sue the Saudi Arabian government. This marks the first time Congress has overridden a veto during the Obama administration. Here now is Republican Congressman Trent Franks of Arizona. Thanks so much for joining us. Why do you think that this is so important?
Well, I think it's important that when an act of terrorism occurs on American soil against American individuals, that they should have access to their own courts. And I understand all kinds of the conflicts in dealing with foreign immunities, and there are a lot of things this bill does do and some things that it doesn't do. But the important thing is that it recognizes individual Americans' rights to access their courts when an act of international terrorism is perpetrated against them on their own country's soil.
Okay. I was reading, though, before I came out here that this bill is relatively disingenuous because of the clause that Chuck Schumer added in that says that the State Department or Justice could come in and put a pause on any lawsuit indefinitely, and all they have to do is say we are in the process of negotiating with the Saudi government. How do you respond to that?
Well, there are some abilities for the President or the State Department, if there is a genuine national security concern, to pause this, but at least that it's not permanent. We've been able to adjust a provision in the law that allows over a period of time for citizens to continue to try. And for the President to veto the bill, it's just sort of par for the course for this administration. They always seem to be more concerned about the sensibilities of other nations more than they are about the fundamental rights of American citizens. And this is about when an American citizen is injured or have their family members killed or as an act of terrorism on their own soil, and that in this case the President's veto would have closed the door to them being able to have access to their own courts.
Josh Earnest said a short time ago that, and I'm paraphrasing, but this was basically the dumbest thing that Congress has ever done because it jeopardizes, it jeopardizes relations with Saudi Arabia and other governments. It jeopardizes the credibility of the United States to go out and say we're going to let our citizens go ahead and sue another government. That it, basically was a terrible move.
Well, I understand some of the thinking behind that, but the truth is that the way the bill is written, there is such a clear tunnel and a specificity there that I don't think what he's saying is true at all. And ultimately, there were some sincere members of the House that were very hawkish, and I would have to say it's almost impossible to be more hawkish than I am, that were concerned that there might be some sort of retaliation. But the fact is that countries can do that now. And if they write the bill exactly as we have, our people have nothing to fear because this doesn't include acts of war. But once again, we think that the President's veto was him choosing the sensibilities of foreign nations and subordinating those of the American citizens.
Congressman Franks, thank you so much.